Hey yo, what's up guys? Pasay Baller here. We are now on this third game or third prediction for this December 30, 2021 NBA Game Day. This will be the game between Philadelphia 76ers having a record of 18 and 16 going up against the home team and the number one team in the East, Brooklyn Nets, with a record of 23 and 9. This one will be played 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, so that's 8 a.m. here in Manila. And before we proceed, I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on the bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. All right, let's go ahead and check on the Eastern Conference standings first for these two teams. As I mentioned, Brooklyn Nets is actually the number one team in the East. And for their last 10 games, they have won 7. Approaching this game, they are on back-to-back wins. Um, while Philadelphia 76ers, they are at number 6. For their last 10 games, they have won 5. Is still pretty decent. And approaching this game, they are on back-to-back wins too. Okay, so what do we have here? Brooklyn Nets, they are actually playing at home, so they have the home court advantage. As for the momentum, both teams are actually having back-to-back wins, so let's just forget about that. For fatigue factor, both teams actually rested yesterday, so that shouldn't be much of a factor, really. So let's just check on the injury list for both teams. For Philadelphia 76ers, they have Shake Milton, Andre Drummond, Danny Green, and Ben Simmons, of course. So they got 4 players out for this game against Brooklyn. Now for Brooklyn Nets, I think they have more. So let me go ahead and double check. Brooklyn Nets, where are you? All right, here we go. For Brooklyn Nets, we got Sharp, Kyrie Irving, Edwards, Duke Jr., and Joe Harris. So, yeah, a bit more. They got 5 players out, and I'm talking about Brooklyn Nets. So, in terms of health, I gotta say that Philadelphia 76ers, they are a bit ahead. Especially Kevin Durant is just joining Brooklyn Nets for this game, and he has been out for I don't know how many days or for how many games. All right, so what are my 2 cents on this? Oh, by the way, let's check on the spread for this game. And as we speak, it is at -3 for Brooklyn Nets. All right, I will be straight with this. This has to be the best game for the day. Brooklyn Nets versus Philadelphia 76ers. Obviously, Brooklyn Nets is actually the number one team in the East right now. And Philadelphia 76ers, sooner or later, I believe they would have a push. And, they would really be in the playoffs. So, if we take a look at those two teams, for Brooklyn Nets, as of the moment, the top 3 players that they have would be James Harden, uh, and KD. KD is now coming back. He may not be as has the same KD as the same KD that he has because again he's been out for like how many days, but for sure KD would still be KD if you know what I mean. Plus, Patty Mills is actually joining their 3-point barrage. So those 3 players would be the key factors for Brooklyn Nets or would be the main sources of their offense. Harden, KD, and Patty Mills. Now for Philadelphia 76ers, they have their own version. Of course, they have Joel Embiid, arguably the best big in the East or maybe in the entire NBA. I said arguably, right? And of course, Tobias Harris, and they'll be joined by Seth Curry too. So if we take a look at those, 2 big threes, quote unquote, man, this will be Brooklyn Nets hands down. I mean, I got a lot of respect with Philadelphia 76ers, but if you've seen their game against Toronto Raptors, that was their last game. They even had a hard time closing that one out. Although they ended up as the victor of that win, man, they had a hard time closing Toronto Raptors, which only had Siakam and Trent back on their starting lineup. So I'm thinking Philadelphia 76ers would really have a hard time, going up against this Brooklyn Nets. Plus, Brooklyn Nets is having, this some sort of a factor, good form. winners of 7 of their last 10 games. So my pick on this one would be Brooklyn Nets -3. Nets -3. Peace out. Pass I love. God bless.